patience and contentment, maybe too much identity that's wrapped up in my work. Like the Lord was telling me, embrace the uncertainty. I asked myself the question, if I couldn't fail, what would I do? Came here to visit and I never left. But the journey is so much bigger than that. All right. What is the first lesson? Patience and contentment. Man, that has been a ginormous lesson these last 10 years. Coming out of college and basically having a ministry and an organization that kind of fulfilled all of my work, talents and gifts and motivations. And then from that, doing that 9 years to burning out, to then be in this journey 10 years later, post leaving that, and still feeling like I'm just trying to figure out what the heck is going on, has been just a fascinating journey. It's been super fun. One of the things I feel like the Lord was telling me was embrace the uncertainty. I feel like that's a huge lesson for me. What does it look like to embrace that? And in the midst of that, it's been, I went from doing residential real estate in Atlanta for 3 years. And I asked myself the question, if I couldn't fail, what would I do? So many people would ask me, hey, if you had unlimited money, what would you do? And I didn't know the answer to that question. But I asked myself the question, if I couldn't fail, what would I do? And I knew immediately it was move out west, because I love this. I want this. And it's just, it makes me come alive. It's unbelievable. I love the mountains. And so I packed up my car and I was gone 2 weeks later. I said, see ya, I'm out, let's go. So I packed up my car, I left. I was in Colorado Springs. I did that for 4 months and I just couldn't quite find a job. And so I ended up moving on from Colorado Springs. Like I said, hey, I've been here 4 months. I've been trying to find a job. I can't make it work. Let's just head to Salt Lake. So on my way to Salt Lake, I had a buddy say, hey, why don't you come visit me? I'm about to move out of Driggs, Idaho, which is close to Jackson Hole. And I had a job within 3 days. Came here to visit and I never left. But the journey is so much bigger than that. You know, I started that job. In the end, that job didn't work out 3-4 months later. So then it was, hey, I got to get a job. I'm going to stay in Jackson. Let's just make this work. I'm going to get a job. And so I ended up working at the airport as a ramper full time. And little did I know how much my identity was worked into my work, which was, I can't believe I'm a ramper. I'm going from owning my own nonprofit, running a nonprofit, kind of working within the ministry realm that I wanted to be working in, to, you know, now I'm working on the ramp full time, loading airplanes. Again, that was part of the patience and contentment. Patience in God's timing and content where he puts me. And that's what he was teaching me. And there's this huge lesson that I want to talk about and share, which is I was skiing at Targhee. I was with a good buddy of mine, Jordan, and we jumped on the ski lift. There was this lady who jumped on with us, and so she asked the question, hey, what do you guys do? And Jordan started. So Jordan started talking about, yeah, I'm actually in ministry, I'm doing college ministry, yada, 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 and talked all about it. And then she came to me, and she said, well, what do you do? And I said, I'm just a ramper. And she looked at me, and she said, not just. Dude, I mean, that rocked me. Why did I put the qualifier there? Why did I put just in front of that? And it was because there's maybe too much identity that's wrapped up in my work. And so the last 6.5 years since I've been here, that's the Lord breaking it, is breaking that out of me, breaking the identity in work, and just teaching me to be patient and content. And 10 years and 6.5 years here, 10 years since nonprofit, and 6.5 years being here in Jackson, and not really getting into that job that I feel like is really utilizing my talents and giftings that I want to be in, is a long freaking time. It's a long time. Yeah, that's been the lesson. Patience. Patience in this time period the Lord has got set. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to be patient in it, and I'm going to be content. Patient in his timing and content with what he's put in my path. And something I always try to do is ask the question, Lord, what do you want to teach me? What do you want to show me? And that's something I've been trying to do these last 5-7 years, is really asking that question. Lord, I am going to be patient in your timing. And yes, I am going to be content. with what you're bringing or what you have in my path. And I'm going to learn that and try to be faithful in it. So that's the lesson that I've been learning these last couple years. Hope that encourages you guys and teaches you the same thing, patience and content, and not wrapping your identity in work.